The problems in intravenous drugs are primarily safety. Hundreds of thousands of patients are injured every year, many of them seriously, and thousands of patients are killed just from intravenous drug errors alone. And that's the primary goal for our company, is to stem that onslaught of errors that are completely unnecessary. S.E.A. Medical Systems has a very novel technology. It enables us to detect the drug, the concentration, the diluent, and in the case of IV administration, the flow rate and the cumulative dose that the patient's receiving of a medication. And this allows us to instantly and continuously monitor safety of IVs. When we look at the landscape of what kind of products are there out there that can do what we do, we are finding nothing that has this competency. We can see any high alert medication. We've already used our technology to identify more than the top 30 high alert medications. High alert means the drug's most likely to cause injury or death in patients. But our system has the capability of expanding, so it's a very easy thing for hospitals to invest in because they don't lose the infrastructure investment. They don't lose the investment in the disposables to actually measure in the IV line or in the IV sample. They're just getting a software upgrade that expands the capability of the system to see more and more drugs with time. The FDA regulates for medical devices products that have patient contact and products that are involved in therapeutic decision making. When we monitor IV preparation or IV manufacturing, that's outside of that regulatory framework. It gives us an opportunity to introduce a whole series of products to the hospital workplace and to the healthcare systems that don't require regulatory approval, to get experience with those products, and then to bring our technology to a higher level of fruition with the regulated products for IV administration. In the last year, we've accomplished a tremendous amount of development of the technology. In a sense, we've de-risked the technology. The performance of our current prototypes is probably more than we need for commercial product launch. The cooperation we've had from hospitals like Cleveland Clinic, the University of Wisconsin Pharmacy School, the University of California in San Francisco, and the Brigham and Women's Hospital has allowed us to test a lot of what we're doing in hospital settings. We've been able to test chemotherapeutics, cardiovascular meds, insulin, heparin, narcotics, opioids, the kind of medications that are an issue. We've staffed a facility in Santa Clara that's enabling us to do automated testing of lots of different drugs and combinations and concentrations so that we can create these extensive drug libraries that are essential for our technology to recognize instantly and continuously what's in an IV sample or what's in an IV line. In the next year, we expect to actually get a first device ready for product launch. So by this time next year, in January of 2012, we expect to be launching IV Check, which is a pharmacy product for measuring samples of an IV before it's sent up to the floor. In the future, we expect to be able to interrogate electronic medical records and match the record with what's actually being administered to the patient to be able to do a very good job of synchronizing what the patient's supposed to get with what they actually get automatically without intervention of healthcare providers.